2, 1. Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This challenge you with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 381. We're going to talk about comics originally releasing June 7th, 2017. But before Drew and I delve into what's going to be at your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, we've got some listener speculation questions and a few other things going around. So Drew, take me around the horn.
Yeah, Eric from Cowabunga Comics, our good buddies in Credical, are talking about the Mary Jane covers, and we're curious. They're coming out all month of June. There's 22 of them. Mm-hmm. Eric is super psyched for the Punisher.
Yeah, that's
Mary
the one
Jane.
I pre-ordered. I ordered Punisher. Of course, DCBAS gave 0 discount of any sort on it. They shafted us yet again.
As they do.
As they have been lately.
And he just wanted our thoughts on some of the others. So I thought we'd roll through these and get a thumbs up, thumbs down from you.
Gotcha.
And myself. Let's go first with the Black Bolt. I like the Black Bolt. I think it's pretty nice.
Like the saying, hate the art.
You don't like the art? Kind of like it.
Yeah.
Thought it was pretty good. I really liked Captain America, Steve Rogers.
Don't like it.
Retro. I think that's really cool. I'm a big fan of that one. What is this one? Captain Marvel.
Doesn't look like Mary Jane, so that one's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't like that one as well. The Champions is pretty good. Her and Nova, but not my favorite. I think the Daredevil's really solid. I'm a big fan of that one.
Not bad on the Daredevil. It looks like Elektra in the outfit, though. It doesn't really pop Mary Jane.
Yeah, I can see that. The Deadpool is all right.
Not great, but not bad.
Having a little Spideys on the utility belt's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange pass. That looks like Aladdin.
Well, not a fan.
I think the Groot was pretty minimalistic.
Yeah, that's bad. That's just bad.
He probably should have been the Groot, and she should have been the bigger character, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like that one. Guardians is terrible.
Horrible.
I like the Gwenpool.
Gwenpool's good. I like it. I'm in.
That's very good. I like that one a lot. I don't like the Hulk.
I like the Hulk. I'm a fan of the Hulk.
Yeah. And Invincible, Iron Man.
Nope. Negative.
Okay. Iron Fist. Okay.
Yeah, it's just I'm not sure on that one. I keep waffling back and forth on that one.
Yeah. The Punisher, definitely. That's super
awesome.
cool. Super cool retro throwback to which one is that? The which issue of Spidey is that?
You asked me too quick and I cannot remember off the
Yeah,
top
I'm
of my head.
spacing. But first parent Punisher, whenever that was. Spider-Gwen is nice, but
Yeah, I like it.
nothing special. The Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, we know who loves this. Wolf would be a big fan of this.
I actually like it as well.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The Venom is really sweet.
Venom's great.
I like the Venom. Wolverine, pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
Not a fan of X-Men Gold.
Nope, not good at all.
Not that big of a fan of Avengers.
I am. That's your very first Vision knockoff.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, so that one's great.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on with the eyes there. Okay.
Yeah, and then Michael Lamb posted the J. Scott Campbell's one to our Facebook.
Oh man, those were beautiful.
See, I don't like the Iron Man's worthless because we've had Mary Jane in the Iron Suit on other stuff. So that one's not even. That's not even like, ooh, look at this, because we've seen that before. But that friggin' Cap one's amazing.
So, you cherry picked, or you just got one?
Cherry picked. I did Venom and Punisher.
I don't know if I ordered any.
And like I said, DCBS gave 0 swing on them at all.
So they were $3.99.
Yeah, full boat.
Full
I
boat.
mean, heck, you could go to an LCS and pre-order them, get a better swing than we could have through them. So that was super disappointing.
Were because they had that. Eric shared the final order cutoff sheet, and they had some. Didn't they have some kind of shenanigan incentive there though? They weren't really independently orderable. You had to do 90% of something.
Yeah, I knew they wouldn't be independently orderable, but yeah.
So if as a retailer you have to jump through hoops, I can't imagine you'd give discounts on what you had to jump through hoops to get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not defending DCBS because they've been boning me every chance they get.
Yeah, we've really actually. It's not been good lately. Not good at all.
No. But I think I got a cadence with them now on exactly how it's got to work. I need to give them. Although we hear from our retailer friends that you don't have to have the final order in until Monday at like 6:00. Retailers don't. If we don't send them an email on Friday, we ain't gonna get added onto the Monday order.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna back up the cadence a little bit. So if we don't find out about it until Friday, well, there's little chance that we're gonna get those added to our orders.
Yeah, the new standard, unfortunately, is ordering things based on not knowing artist or cover look, and we just have to wing it based on thought, which is awesome.
yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like kind of segues into one of our other listeners, Thomas. He says, so the spec market is partly buy and flip quickly, but then again, anything could happen months or years from now. But also, you should check back issue bins when any new spec news hits for TV, movies, etc. It takes a lot of effort to scour eBay and websites and gauge whether a book is going to heat up. Figuring out which books to buy because they could be flippable is exhausting.
Yes.
You guys make that a lot easier, and I give you a lot of respect for that. Well, Thomas, let me tell you something. You are speaking to the choir because I feel exactly the same way. It is exhausting. I don't spend nearly enough time researching, scouring the web, looking for deals, digging through bins, finding the next great flip that I want to. And you're right, it can be a full-time job just doing that. And we podcast about flipping, but we really should be spending more time learning about flipping because there's a lot more we could be doing.
Yeah.
And so we're in the same boat as you are, doing the best we can, trying to figure this stuff out. Sometimes we figure it out. Sometimes everybody figures it out at the same time, and then it doesn't work out. But sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's fun. So I hope that wasn't frustration in your email, and that spec. Yeah, you can spec short. You can spec long. You should always be looking for the next great thing and hit those back issue bins when news hits, so you can be ahead of the next guy.
Yep. And lately, everything I do has become short flip. I used to be Captain Long Game, but man, I don't know if it's just my crystal ball. I'm seeing trends that I don't like in things. So more and more stuff has been sell early when you can make anything and don't count on tomorrow because the bottom's falling out of so much crap. And then you'll even things like Redneck, you'll turn around, they're like, oh cool, now they're just flinging silver and gold variants everywhere and cutting the legs out from under stuff that you thought was going to be longer term. It's getting tougher.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate. But
sometimes there are books that are hot because of they think they're going to be short, and then they come out and then they're hot and super, they're pre-selling on eBay for big money, and then they come out and the bottom drops out the week it comes out, and you're like, wait a minute, it just came out. How can it be cold already?
Yeah.
But
and you're seeing a lot more things that the market's just flooding that first week on things. And just, you'll see things tail off $5 or $10 within a couple days just because there's so much stuff out there. But,
yeah,
I mean, tried and true, when in doubt, pick up a previews guide and just start reading. And if it sounds good to you and it's new, take a chance. Because if it sounds cool and you can bank that somebody else thinks it's cool, and maybe by the time it comes out, there'll be heat on it.
But here's the problem, too, is there are so many variants. And you can't see all the covers on them. Mm-mm. And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And Del Autos, J. Scott Campbell's, and those guys are, kind of tried and true. But sometimes it's the look of and the subject matter of the variant cover that really heats it up.
Yeah.
So, those are the ones that are the scary ones, because what looks good, and you go ahead and plunk down $15 for it, and then nobody else thinks the same way you do or something, and so instead of buying 5 to 10 copies of something else or 5 to 10 different books, you spend it on one variant that you thought was going to hit, and it didn't.
Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing more and more shops not playing the Marvel variant games. So ones that I think might be hot just aren't there to even go in and get. I used to be able to walk into Laughing Ogre in Columbus, and they'd have, every 1 in 25, every 1 in 50. They'd have gotten everything. They're not playing that. They're just not even doing it. Half the time, they're not even doing it on like action figure variants and stuff. So there's just less and less there for me.
Well, when we see the incentive charts and what the formula is, eventually those formulas catch up. I mean, I think it behooves someone like Eric and James up at Cowabunga to kind of look through all those formulas, because they can probably meet or exceed previous sales, because they're still a growing store. But if you're a Laughing Ogre that's been in the same place for 25 years, how can you do 110% of something, when your sales are not going to go up? You're not going to be able to sell those, or 150% or whatever.
It's like I talked to Eric and James at Cowabunga when the Venomized covers came out a couple months ago, and they were like, hey, as a smaller shop, it's actually easy for us to play this little shenanigan games with this, because some of the things they're wanting us to exceed orders, we had like 2. So it's easy to add a 4th.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, and so with some of it, but eventually they will have exceeded, and eventually it'll be painful to go after some of those, and they'll really have to dig deep and make some smart choices, and of course they will.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or the comics bubble will burst and we'll reset everything from the word go.
It'll go back to after because they were doing the foil covers and stuff again, right? It's just like the 90s all over.
Yeah.
We learned nothing.
I
hope not. I hope not. That'd be what will we do? What will we do with our Friday and Saturday nights?
We'll start over, because there's no better time to spec when the market is rock bottom. We'll start our penny stocks there.
Yeah. eBay prices will plummet.
Yeah.
I don't have any room to stock any more stuff, though. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, fire sale.
Michael Lamb says Marvel released a new poster for Punisher Season 1 coming to Netflix. Are you guys ready? Well, since I haven't finished Iron Fist, I haven't started Iron Fist, I haven't finished Daredevil Season 2 yet, I didn't do Luke Cage yet, or was it Luke Cage or Power Man? What did they call it?
Luke Cage.
So I've done Daredevil and Jessica Jones. And
now, did you watch the trailer for Defenders?
No.
Watch the trailer for Defenders, and you'll leave the end of that trailer going, all right, it's going to be worth it, because it seems like what it's going to create is the better than the sum of all its parts. So that trailer excited me, and will make you be like, fine, I'll slog through Jessica Jones or the back half of Iron Fist for this, because Defenders looks rad.
Yeah. So Defenders coming out before Punisher?
That's a great question that I don't have the answer to off the top of my head.
So if he's saying Punisher comes out this winter...
I think Defenders before it.
I would hope so, because Punisher's not going to be part of the Defenders, right?
I don't believe so, but hey, you never know. He might toss in for a week or two. But yeah, I love, what is it, John Bernthal? I'm a big fan. So yeah, bring on Punisher. I liked all the Punisher stuff I got from Daredevil Season 2. So bring it on.
Yeah.
Of course, I like Thomas Jane Punisher and all that stuff. So, I mean.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Don't you? Me.
They're not all gold.
This is true.
Let's see. Really looking forward to Baby Teeth #1.
Oh, yeah.
From Donny Cates. God Country and Redneck were great reads and great flips. I expect this to be the same.
I don't know about the flip market, because there are just garbage trucks full of variants and weird variants and retailer-only variants and stuff. There is a ton of specialty baby teeth up there, so much that even, like, there's no way it has a small print run already.
Yeah. And we'd like to thank Michael, who sent a care package to celebrate our birthdays. And we've got some cool comics in here. We've got Youngblood, Regression. We've got Nam Wolf and Venom. It's some nice stuff in here. So we appreciate that very much. And thank you for thinking of us and sending that our way. You don't have to send gifts to listen to Comics for Fun and Profit, but we do appreciate it when you do. That's very nice of you. And we also appreciate 5-star reviews in iTunes. So if you haven't done so yet, please head over and give us a nice rating and review at iTunes. And we would love to hear from you there as well. We are marching towards 50. I can't remember where we're at. We're in low 40s, I believe. I haven't had
42.
one in a while. So we're hoping to get to 50 and give some stuff away.
Yes. But thank you so much, Michael. That was awesome. I know I guilted you last time when we were talking about birthdays, and it gave you the whole "what about me?" But you absolutely do not need to do that kind of thing, and that's very cool of you.
Yes. So we appreciate that very much. And with that, let's head on over and do a little sneak peeking.
All right, let's have it up reviewsworld.com. Let's click on upcoming releases. I'm going to look at June 7th, 2017, and click that table view. And Drew, let's start where we always start, in Dark Horse. And guess what? I've got something in Dark Horse.
What is it?
Slayer Repentless #3.
Is that doing well? Is that heating up?
Yes, it's selling well. It's not, setting the world on fire, but they're moving through. It's definitely got its group of people that are Slayer fans that enjoy it. And it's of course the 3-part, so this is the last of 3, and it kind of goes along with, I believe, the music video for Slayer's new stuff. So
yeah, I figured. I think we both kind of called that this would do okay. Even at $5 a piece, I think the fans were going to go out and get it.
Yeah, no doubt. And I really I love my Eric Powell version of #1 that I got signed. It's awesome.
Nice.
Let's see. Predator Hunters with a neat little variant. Other than that, nothing for me. Anything for you in Dark Horse?
Absolutely zero.
All right, let's head on down to DC.
I kind of dig that Joshua Middleton Aquaman variant.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's like the blood coming out of him. It's really kind of nifty.
Yeah, no doubt. And that is the finale to the Crown of Atlantis storyline. Batman 24, Gotham City is at peace, But a war is coming. Armed with the terrifying knowledge gained from the mysterious button, Batman prepares for the coming storm by making a proposition to one of his enemies, one that will change everything for the Dark Knight and his allies. And of course, we got him and Catwoman on the front cover.
Yeah, I missed the button already, but yeah, that'll be cool too. And we're finally at the end of Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. The epic conclusion, number 9, is here. This is Earth's last stand. Quar's Kryptonian army has conquered the planet, but Batman and his allies don't believe the world is beyond saving. They'll rally once more against Quar and save the world or die trying. I have no idea what happened in 8. It's been so long. I'm not sure if it was late or I just forgot about it. I think it was like a bi-monthly schedule anyway, and I think it was late. And there's of course a really cool Kubert variant.
There's Lee variant, Quietly variant, Jansen, Kid variant. Oh, that Kid variant's actually pretty rad.
Yeah, there's some nice stuff.
Mikkel Yanin variant. That's pretty cool. If these are your thing, there's plenty of places to spend your money. Is there a weird-looking Miller variant?
Probably.
There's usually a weird-looking Miller variant.
Yeah, exactly. There's the Eisner-nominated Deathstroke number 20.
Yes.
I still don't understand that.
Nice little Shane Davis cover B.
We've got our...
your Flintstones, number 12.
Final issue of Flintstones, sadly going away. But hopefully Mark Russell comes back and does just as good with the Snagglepuss that he's going to be working on. So,
can you say that sentence again?
He'll be working on Snagglepuss.
Okay, just checking.
And if it's as good as Flintstones, I'm in. You reading Green Arrow or Green Lanterns?
I got bucked off Lanterns super early. I hung around with Arrow for so long and just I want to catch up because I actually really enjoyed the first 2 arcs of Arrow.
Yeah,
but that's all the farther I made it.
Yeah, I thought you were a fan.
Yeah, I am.
How about Injustice 2? Are you reading that?
I've got them sitting there, and I have not jumped into them.
So good.
Good. I'm going to do them digitally anyway, so I don't know why I'm looking at physical copies of those. Ooh, that's an awesome Frank Cho version of Harley Quinn 21.
Oh, is that the variant? Her on the swing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
But I've been watching a bunch of people play the Injustice 2 video game. Man, that game's freaking sweet.
Is it?
God, I suck at fighting games though. I feel so inferior, especially if you accidentally hit the online button on those games. Just blah, get murdered. Nightwing 22.
So somebody's still reading it. That's good.
Of course.
Is it as good as ever?
It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
I have it better than Grayson, and I really like the new 52 run, so it's not quite there for me on that.
You like the classic costume?
Yeah, I do. Didn't think I would, but I do.
Yeah. All right. I am reading Shade, the Changing Girl. That's weird, but I like it. It's really one of the better Young Animal titles, I think. And of course, I'm loving Superman. That variant is Jorge Jimenez, and it's not bad. A little cover too. I like it.
Thoughts on Wonder Woman Steve Trevor #1, written by our boy Tim Seeley, so that puts it a leg above there.
Yeah, I don't know who was asking for this. I don't care so much.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Drew, but we just got a Wonder Woman movie that came out.
Yeah, well received too.
Yeah,
everybody seems to really dig it, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And that's true. We have 45 Guardians books, so
yeah, no doubt. We've rebooted Guardians 5 times in the last year and a half.
Yeah, so I guess we can do this.
When Wonder Woman saved Steve Trevor from dying on the shores of Themyscira, his life and hers changed forever. In this special issue, learn more about the tumultuous partnership these two have had over the years and get a hint of where it's going in the future. Have these two finally admitted they're meant for each other, or do the fates have other ideas? So that's perfect. You watch the movie, you go and you're like, hey, and people are like, hey, you want to know more about these two together and what the future holds? Read this little $4 book right here. I like it. Smart.
Yeah, because that's what people do. The millennials, they walk right out of the theaters and run for their nearest comic shop.
No, but if you get 1% to do that, boom. That's what the comic industry needs.
They're prepared for it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to happen.
You know what? For a man who's into marketing, you're not marketing things here. Come on, you got to think like this.
Yeah.
There's got to be something for these people to jump in and latch onto.
Yeah. They should put them right there in the kiosk in the theaters.
Excuse me, take your buttery popcorn hands and hold this issue number 1.
Maybe you get it on the way out.
There you go. Anything else in DC, my brother?
No.
Okay. Let's head on down to IDW.
Well, if you're new to the Hasbro universe or a longtime fan, this book is for you. It is Hasbro Heroes Sourcebook number 1, featuring a veritable ton of bios on your favorite characters from A to D. Plus,
speaking of nobody's asking for it,
plus papercraft projects, a map of the new G.I. Joe headquarters, and an exclusive story featuring rock and roll and his fateful encounter with the Cold Crawlers. So who could be in A to D? Aliens? Is that who that is? Doesn't really tell you. It doesn't really tell you who's all in there, and my cover isn't loading very well. So
this is great. What a wonderful idea. What's idea? Oh, IDW's asking an extra $1 for it, $5 a piece.
Yeah, I don't recognize.
Although I do figure it's
anybody on the cover, so I would need the source book.
You don't recognize Duke or what's her face from G.I. Joe, or
is that Duke in the center?
Yeah, or Cars from Mask, or Snake
is that
Eyes.
Rom? Is that Rom on the other cover?
Yes. Yeah, I don't recognize him. Yeah, you're right. That one's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, but I mean, that is kind of. I like the idea because they, when Marvel did this and DC did their version, Who's Who. DC did Who's Who, and Marvel did the Marvel's Guide, and those were fun. And they're trying to capture a little bit of that magic, and good for them. Absolutely, probably 0 spec value on this.
Yeah, nothing whatsoever. All right, anything else in IDW?
Man, I don't think so.
Yeah, nothing else. Let's head on down to Image.
Well, the new Howard Chaykin, Divided States of Hysteria. I'm not sure what this is going to be, but his last one didn't do much for me. So there is the Pride Month cover. Quite risque. And are we curious about how Pride Month covers are going to do as a whole, or do you think there's going to be some standouts?
There's obviously going to be some standouts. Of course, I have to have Redneck. I have to have Walking Dead. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hits and a lot of misses. But again, who ordered him? Who missed the cutoff? Who doesn't understand how Image does that? That's kind of the driving force.
I know I missed the Walking Dead's, and I'm bummed about it.
So, are you specking on Divided States of Hysteria number 1?
I bought 1. So, what does that mean? I'm sampling it.
There you go.
Yeah. Second issue of Eternal Empire. I thought this would be better. It's okay so far, but I hope it picks up a little steam, especially with that great creative team.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I mean, Alex and Ada was a bit of a slow burn.
No, I knew right from the start that I loved it. Loved, not liked. Loved.
Gotcha.
Hey man, there's still Kirkman's still cranking out Outcasts.
He sure is, buddy, and it's still good. I think I'm through 24 right now, so I'm a couple behind.
I'm current. It's good.
Are you?
Yep.
It's good stuff. His Growing Flock, Reverend Anderson. There you go.
Finally got the end of Paper Girl's story arc. Yeah, it just feels like this isn't coming out regularly enough, and I don't know what that cause is, but it's slowing down momentum-wise and losing it for me a little bit. It's still good when I read it, but it's just it just doesn't seem to have the sizzle of a saga.
So do you want another one next month? Or are you cool with the trade break as long as 16 through 20 come out consecutively?
I don't think Cliff Chang is integral to this story. I think you could get someone that might be blasphemy for people out there. I mean, he's a good artist. Don't get me wrong, but
absolutely.
I think his style is there's enough artists that are similar that you could keep that going. But I know Vaughn won't do that because of he wants to keep that artistic integrity together and all that stuff. So he would never do that. But I think this is one you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have go bi-weekly and save it up. Don't put anything out. Then put out 5 in a row that are like every couple of weeks, and
then take 2 months off,
or 3 months, even if you have to take 3 months, and then just give me a little primer at the beginning. Oh yeah, what's going on again? And at that point, why don't you just do a series of miniseries like Resident Alien does, and some other Rebels, and Briggs Land I think is doing that, and just do a series of miniseries. Because these trade breaks are stupid. They take, they're getting longer and longer. When it was just a month for the trade, it was okay, but now they're 2 and 3 months, and just do another miniseries. Just renumber it. Just do another. Each story arc is its own thing.
I disagree.
I mean, it won't matter when you have the hardcover in your hand, or if you're reading trades after trade, it won't matter. But it sure does matter when you're reading single issues. We got the final issue of Reborn. Looking forward to that. I didn't realize it was going to be a 6-issue miniseries.
I didn't either.
It felt like there was a lot of stuff to do. So I think this is a oversized finale. Trying to jam everything in.
Oh, it's friggin' $6. I see that now.
Yeah. So I hate when they do that, but why not just do 2 more issues?
Yeah.
That's what Marvel would do.
They'd do 3.
And they'd also keep them $6 though.
Walking Dead 168 looks great. Walking Dead 168 Pride Month, super great.
You gonna go pick some up somewhere?
If I can find that Pride Month cover, I will buy 3. But it's about finding it.
Yeah, I'm bummed. We got the 2nd issue of Youngblood. I'm staring at the 1st issue right now because I got it sent to me, so that's really cool. And you got that cover B by Liefeld.
That second printing is actually pretty rad looking.
Oh, it is nice, yeah.
Very cool. Oh, and I really like the Injection Spawn cover. That was one of my favorites. Looking at them by ahead of time, and by ahead of time I mean late.
So we've got Pride Month and Spawn Month covers intersecting.
Correct.
Because really, there's Pride Month is June, right?
Yes.
So these are early.
No, I mean this is June 7th.
Oh yeah. So but okay. So the Spawn months are late.
Correct. That's a late book.
Yeah. Oh okay.
Yep.
And the black and white variants are the ones that are heating up.
Yeah, they have been. I like the look of the regular, but the black and white will be the one that people. If see, I don't know if the spec's big on that because Injections doesn't have high numbers, but I think it's a great looking book.
Yeah. Is that Declan?
Yeah, man, the line work on the black and white's awesome.
We have the sixth. We also had the 6th issue of Cannibal come out, and that should probably end that story arc. But it doesn't look like it's ending. That's the one I thought would be a
6-issue money.
Yeah. I can't call them anymore. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I didn't know Extremity 3 went to a second printing. That's news to me.
Yeah, I think it's just a color change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing fancy with it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's selling well up through issue 3. Anything else in Image?
No, a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good reads. Let's head on down and see what Marvel has to offer. Amazing Spider-Man 28. Back to a $4 book still, so that's good. No gadgets, no powers, no holds barred. These Alex Ross covers have been really cool looking.
I really enjoyed the last issue of Avengers, so I'm going to be reading Avengers number 8.
Cool.
I haven't read Avengers for a while, so this feels like the right one to read. So I'm going to give it. It's Mark Waid, and hasn't been too bad. So I'm also I really enjoyed Bullseye, so I'm looking forward to this 5th issue that finishes up the Bullseye miniseries. I didn't read the Elektra. Tried it, didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't see.
But this Bullseye really kind of worked for me.
Iceman number 1, written by Cinegrace and Alessandro Vitti. Bobby Drake has been in the superhero game longer than most, but while reflecting on what he's accomplished over the years, he realizes that the legacy he's built is a few good one-liners and a string of failed relationships. Not only that, but now a younger version of himself has emerged from the time stream, and he's more put together than Bobby ever was. Already a world-class hero in his own right, but also totally comfortable in his own skin, complete with a relationship with a handsome Inhuman to boot. In this new ongoing series penned by Cinegrace, blah, 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 blah. So, is this the gay one, or was that the other one?
That's the gay one.
This guy is? Okay, Bobby Drake. That's what I thought. I could not remember.
I'm pretty sure.
They always,
I'm not a big X-Men fan, so.
Yeah, that's why I got confused on it, because I remember reading the storyline where the new ones came through, and it was the second class of X-Men that came in through.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, we touched on that. But here we have Bobby Drake getting his own book, so we will see what that has to do.
Be over in 6, I predict it. I love the Jessica Jones Fleeks variant. Tony Flicks, it looks like a old pulp novel.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
And even with the $3.99 sticker,
used books.
It's really sweet looking. I can't imagine what this would CGC as though. Like, oh, that's a 4.2.
I think it's got sharp corners on it. It's just color breaks itself.
Yeah,
So
I mean it'd be a challenge though, wouldn't it? A worn version of this to grade. That would be difficult. But yeah, I really like that, and missed the boat on it. Old Man Logan's going to second printing for its 21st and 22nd issues.
Yeah.
What's the deal? Just picking up steam?
Mm-hmm.
Because is it the past lives storyline?
Yeah, it's kind of a look back in issue 21, and same thing with 22, yeah.
So it's people are psyched about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Terrible
Star
solicit
Wars
for
Darth Vader #1.
Oh yeah, they're relaunching that, huh?
Well, it's a whole new storyline. This is supposed to be the storyline of how Vader got his red lightsaber.
But who's the writer?
Charles Soule.
Bum, bum,
Art
bum.
by Giuseppe Camuncoli. The most feared villain of all time returns with an all-new series. When Anakin Skywalker fell both the pull of the dark side and the blade of Obi-Wan Kenobi, he rose back up more machine than man. Having lost everything that was once dear to him, the former Chosen One must take his first steps into a darker world as Darth Vader. Dark Lord of the Sith, join Vader as he learns a new way. The way of Darth Sidious and his newly formed empire. The way of the dark side. So this will be between episode 3 and episode 4. So this is, hey, you're a weird breathing guy in a cape now. Go be a horrible person.
Oh, okay.
So this is a timeline I like better than where we were with the original Darth Vader. You know, there's just not a lot of room in that storyline, and they're kind of pigeonholed to a beginning and an end. So there's a lot more walking room where they're at now. So
but
they
we
can
don't
play.
have a writer that has any sense of Star Wars love in him, or if he does, it doesn't come out in his writing because what did he do? He did some other crap.
Was he Leia?
Did he do Han Solo?
Solo was really good, so
I don't think it was that one then.
what was it, Leia? Because Leia was bad.
I thought he got a crack at a Star Wars and it wasn't great. Maybe it was that Poe Dameron.
Yeah, Poe Dameron wasn't great.
No. Is it still happening? Is it
Star
still a
Wars
thing?
comics.
Is it still a thing?
Yeah, Poe's an ongoing.
Yeah.
Which I did not see coming. Yeah, Soule as the writer of Marvel's ongoing Poe Dameron, and he did the Force Awakens adaptation with Phil Noto.
Right. So the two that I have that I don't read are the ones that he's already done. So how much am I going to like this? I'm not.
I think this is you're dealing with Vader as opposed to Poe Dameron. I mean, you're playing with a bigger character here, and I think there's probably from Marvel or from Disney or Star Wars an outline of how the story goes. So I actually very much anticipate this being good. So I'm in.
No, well, I mean, his Daredevil run was glacially slow. Correct. Getting to the point. But she finally did. I don't know if you got to read that yet, but we now know how
he reset himself.
Yes, we now know the answer to that. I won't spoil it for anybody if you're not caught up. But it is not a satisfying answer. It was not worth the 18 to 20 issues it took to get to that point. And they should have just pulled that Band-Aid off really early. Because it just wasn't anything great, and you might have even figured it out if you've been reading all along. Not a real complex solution, but at least it's finally out.
X-Men Gold #5. Each new generation of Sentinel has been deadlier than the predecessor, and 0101 is no exception to that rule. So it looks like we have a new version of Sentinel versus the X-Men.
Now, the X-Men Blue #2 is an Art Adams variant. Is that new art? Art Adams?
Oh man, I could not tell you whether that's the.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
It's pretty slick though. I'd have to go back and look at that original second print. And do we feel as strong or stronger about Marvel second printings and their value if they're new art?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing the same thing that your Image number ones that come out with a secondary print do. Yeah, it's the same cover.
It is the same cover.
Yeah.
For Gold Balls fans, there's Spider-Man 17. Gold Balls is on the cover, man. You don't see him getting a lot of in action.
Yeah.
Look at that. Who's that? Spoiler?
We even have Genki on the cover.
That can't be spoiler. Who is the purple girl?
It's definitely not.
There's some crossover with DC, is it? I don't know who that is. I haven't been paying attention.
If he's not making out with Spider-Gwen, I don't care.
You just don't care.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Anything else in Marvel?
Nope.
Let's comb through the back half for just a little bit and see what else we can find.
Well, it's all about the baby teeth.
Ooh, you talking about it.
Yeah, so we've got some... Now, this is Donny Cates at Aftershock. Donny Cates, we've already discovered, hit it big with God Country and Redneck. So he's hot. This has Gary Brown doing the art. He ain't no slouch. There is a couple of covers. There's a Gary Brown cover and then an Elizabeth Torque cover, which is a little nicer, I think. But Gary Brown still, it's cover A, so I can't go against Kyle's cover A theory.
Yep, I've purchased them both.
Did you go heavy? Multiples?
No.
One of each.
One of each, and then I got the ash can, and
I sold my ash can.
Did you?
My ash can sold fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I undersold it. I didn't realize how hot people were clamoring for that thing. A lot of $1 editions of Lady Castle and Courtney Crumrin. There's a second issue of Failsafe from Vault Comics. So their stuff continues to come out. Have you been able to sample any of their stuff yet?
I have not gone into any of their stuff yet. What's the one to do? Oh, wait, no. What is... they did...
Heathen.
Yes.
Heathen is the one to get.
Yeah.
Which I need to put that up. I need to sell that while it's hot. Is Faith a new story arc launch or something? Why is there 4 covers? Just something that Valiant wants to do.
Faith versus Faithless. The final battle.
Oh, so it's the end of something.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, #1. So we're cash grabbing there.
Why?
I mean, we've got the physical book, we've got the TV show, and now we've got a comic. None of which are finished.
Oh, yeah.
And we're winding a third speculation in there.
There's that 4th issue of Heathen.
Yeah, there you
go. There's the first issue of Jazz Maynard, which I was kind of high on that. It's a real small publisher. It's Magnetic Press. This is written by Raoul with art by Roger Ibanez Ugena. Jazz Maynard is a trumpeter. He also hides a variety of skills best kept secret. It's these skills he uses when he discovers his long-lost sister is in the grip of New York sex traffickers. On a mission to her rescue and to return her home, a labyrinth of trouble opens up beneath his feet, dropping him into a web of intrigue and danger that most men would not survive. But Jazz Maynard is not most men. So it sounds kind of cool. It's got a cool looking little cover. Small press. I'm guessing I'll be surprised if this thing sells more than 2,500 copies. Might be hot.
We've got a lot of crossover from music this week. We've got, of course, Slayer Repentless from Dark Horse. Down here we've got Kiss with Vampirella, #1. And we have Gwar, Orgasmageddon, #1.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to hit as hard, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe there are still...
Never ventured to a Gwar show?
I don't think I've ever heard a Gwar album.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think so.
Yeah, not my thing. And like I said, Kiss and Vampirella.
That might be closer.
Is a Wicked cosplay variant. That's the one to have.
Yeah. From Titan Comics, Rivers of London Detective Stories by Ben Aronovich and Andrew Cartmel, with art by Lee Sullivan. And these are 4 self-contained magical crimes as recounted by Detective Peter Grant to his superiors. So, if this is like a noir anthology, maybe, probably The Kiss of Death. And I don't know if Rivers of London is a existing property, or something British on BBC that I don't know about. That's quite possible. But I have enjoyed some of their other noir stuff, so I'm gonna check this out. And it looks like it's got it's like 4 very disparate characters on the cover. So, but they do look like they could be based on actors, the way they're drawn.
I am interested in reading Magnus #1.
Okay.
Written by Kyle Higgins with Chuck Wendig.
Oh, that's why. It's because it's your boy.
It's my boy Kyle Higgins, who's steered me wrong a few times, but I still, I'm still there for him.
Backstagers.
Cowl.
Cowl, yeah.
Jorge Fornes and Alvaro Sarencia on art, and Giuseppe Camuncoli cover A, and a few others. This is, of course, from Dynamite. Do humans dream of owning electric sheep? Artificial intelligence, rather than becoming an overlord, have settled into an uneasy symbiosis with humanity. They work for us as our colleagues and servants, earning vacation time they spend in a boundless digital universe running on human-maintained server farms. But not all AI are cool with the deal. Enter Magnus, a human psychologist tasked with navigating both worlds in order to bring reluctant AIs back into productive society. We have a bonus Turok story in this as well.
Nice. I am kind of jazzed about The Unsound from Boom Studios, written by Colin Bunn, with art by Jack Cole. It's Ashley's first day as a nurse at Weirmont Psychiatric Hospital, and it turns into a nightmare as a bloody riot sends her fleeing into the bowels of the hospital. Her descent takes her to a hellish world populated by lunatics and monsters cloaked in a secret history of black magic and heinous scientific experiments. The Unsound #1 from Boom. Sounds kind of cool. Got a cool cover.
So, Drew, what if I told you could buy Mighty Mouse #1, and Mighty Mouse #1 would have an Alex Ross cover?
Huh. Interesting.
And cover B would be Neil Adams on Mighty Mouse #1.
Wow.
Would you be interested?
No.
No, okay. but that is pretty rad. There's several different varieties there.
The Neil Adams is kind of a nice cover.
Yeah, the Neil Adams cover B, and that Alex Ross A is really good as well. And then
this could be
Mr.
cool.
Igor Lima is on cover C and D.
I mean, I think 1, 2. Let's see. I'm reading Scooby, Apocalypse, and reading the Flintstones.
Yep.
I can't add any more kiddie cartoon.
You're
comics.
jazzed for what's his face coming up after Flintstones.
Yeah, Snagglepuss.
It's not. Yeah, you're jazzed for Snagglepuss.
Yeah. I'm at my limit. No more.
right.
No more. I gotta draw the line somewhere. No.
Pestilence #2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Pestilence #1. Aftershock. Frank Thierry on that one. It's very, very interesting book. I'm very curious about #2. This will. Yeah, one was good enough to read 2, and we'll see if 2 is good enough to read 3.
Okay. He's on a very short leash with you.
Everybody is at this point. I read so much stuff, and I'm so freaking far behind.
That's true.
Riverdale ongoing #3. I have nothing more to say about that. Just FYI. Marguerite Sauvage cover B.
And you did watch the series now?
I just engrossed the series. It was freaking great. Loved it. Solar Flare #1 going to a second printing from Scout Comics. I missed the boat on what that means or is. Did you talk about Unsound #1, Drew?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I thought I heard you talking about it while I was looking at something else. I do like Cullen Bunn, so I will be reading that. Alright. Anything else, Drew?
No, I think that's it.
Alright, this is where we decide on our spec picks of the week. Drew, what is the one book worth going to your comic book shop, snagging up, and thinking, hey, these are going to run out, and I'm going to be able to make some money on this beast?
I think it is Baby Teeth.
Okay.
And that would be my #1 choice would be Baby Teeth. And I'll swoop in with a part B later after you do yours.
Yeah, Baby Teeth is definitely the #1. I'm thinking it's going to be really hard for more than just me to pick up that Pride variant on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to triple in value.
Yep, that was going to be mine too.
That was your swoop?
That was my swoop.
Yeah. And grab Injection cover D, because that's man, Declan Shelby's good. It's just weird that Jordy's not coloring anything he did, because that's a black and white cover.
She's very picky. She could, because she did the Moon Knight and it was no color, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Anything else worth snagging up? Of course, get Baby Teeth 1 and 2. I've seen at least 4 different store variants on Baby Teeth. You know, they're limited around. There's covers A's, B and C's. So there's a lot of friggin' Baby Teeth out there outside of this. I still think it'll sell through. I still think it'll have some legs, but I think it's going to be a short flip because people are going to realize how many different books are out there for that.
Yeah.
And that it's not necessarily scarce. Yeah. But there's things worth picking up.
Definitely.
A lot of things worth picking up. A lot of things worth reading. So, good week, and I'm going to take a flyer on a couple things. Definitely Pestilence #2 I'm going to read. Definitely going to grab Unsound and check it out. Whatever my boy Kyle Higgins was on, I forgot already.
That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah. I've got to start writing things down. I'm so old. But yeah, I want to thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself. Of course, if there's something we missed in this week that you're just saying to yourself, Kyle, Drew, seriously, guys, this is the book to have. Feel free to drop us a line on our Twitter at Comics Fun Profit, or Comics for Fun and Profit on Facebook, or comicsfunprofit.com, and there's links to our Gmail account there. Feel free to be part of the conversation, and we will see what you have to say, and hopefully you can clue us in beforehand on things that we need to be up on. Or if you think Baby Teeth is a bad decision, or Walking Dead Pride Week is a bad decision, let us know where we've gone wrong. So we thank you once again. So for Drew and for myself, see ya!